everybody, back with BShooter94 here. We're here with WCW. Week 1 of October. First off, before I get into the pre-show and then the main show, I just want to apologize. Last week I filmed the whole thing. I had a great show. Hopefully you saw the results on the page. If you didn't on YouTube, I apologize. I'm going to run through them real quick at the end of this. Sting retained his WCW Championship over Booker T due to Ric Flair causing a countout. Scott Steiner returned and attacked Sting post-match. RVD defeated Jeff Jarrett. Chuck Palumbo defeated Rey Mysterio. Shane Helms, I'm pretty sure, beat Kaz Hayashi. The Militia defeated Pinpoint to earn a WCW Tag Team Championship match. And then a steel cage match was made for the main event of this Nitro between Diamond Dallas Page and Chris Kanyon, and it's called the Final Encounter. So that will be the end of their feud tonight. Now, hopefully that makes up for the situation, and I apologize, but we're back. We had some technical difficulties before, but we're good. Here we go. To open the pre-show, Abyss gets another win, defeating Devon Storm. This is just to get Abyss a little bit more popularity before we do debut him on the main show. He will be coming, and he will be a force to reckon with. I have paired him with his boy, James Mitchell, as you can see here. He is now a manager for Abyss, just like he was in TNA. Devon Storm does the job for him, so we love that. And we also have the Nightbreed getting another tag team win. And I really wish I had other stuff for Steiner and Animal. I really, I took some time to really try to find something, and honestly, it's hard. Animal's just, I want to, part of me wants to bring back the Legion of Doom for one little run here, and I'm very tempted to do it, and I think I might do it, and then write off Steiner. That might be where we go. We'll see. But I think there's a lot of things there. Obviously, Vampiro and Vampire Warrior, just keep getting them a little hyped up before they debut as the Nightbreed. So there we go. We're going in front of the main show now, in front of 4,400 people. As you can see, our attendance is now starting to hit that 4,000 mark, so we're starting to really build now. Things are really starting to get good. Let's open the show. We open the show recapping, like I said, from last week's Nitro of Sting and Booker T's WCW Championship match, which was the first time I've done that on Nitro. Going to a countout thanks to Ric Flair and Steiner's return. Just kind of a huge recap of what happened with that. 73 rating there. Good stuff. Scott Steiner comes down to the ring, and he is beside himself about how he's embarrassed that he lost to Sting, and he will prove that he's he's more or less I don't want to say going insane, but he's pretty crazy in the ring right now. Really just putting over the fact that he wants his championship back, and he is kind of going crazy without it. 73 rating there, and he lays down the challenge to Sting to show up. Sting comes down to the ring, but gets intercepted by Eric Bischoff as he's walking down the ramp, and Bischoff stands in between these two men. Sting's on the ramp, Steiner's in the ring, and Bischoff says, No, we're not doing this. You got Steiner, you're right, you have your rematch. You and Sting will go head-to-head at Halloween Havoc, but not tonight. This match is too big to do this for free. We're doing this on the pay-per-view. We have 4 weeks before you guys can get there. We can get there without you guys killing each other before this match can happen. And we go to commercial. And we come back. We have a decent matchup as Kaz Hayashi defeats Billy Kidman in 7:46 with a final cut. The stuff, for whatever reason, is not showing here, but the reason that Kidman loses is due to Buff Bagwell causing a distraction as he is showing interest in Torrie Wilson. So Buff Bagwell's back by himself, I might add, so no Lex, and he seems to have found an interest in Torrie Wilson. And obviously Kidman being Torrie's boyfriend, he was distracted, and Kaz Hayashi got the win. 64 rating out of Kidman, 55 out of Hayashi. Wow, 59 rating there. And post-match, as you can see, Buff is trying to follow Torrie around the ring. Torrie's a little freaked out, and Kidman kind of intercepts it as Buff kind of does the whole shrug and pose as Kidman and Torrie Wilson back away, creepily, kind of creeped out what Buff Bagwell's doing. Buff Bagwell's kind of playing that creepy, I don't even know how to describe it, but he's just being a creep, I guess is the best way to put it. Plus, it gives two guys something new to do. Diamond Dallas Page cuts a promo about how tonight It's the final encounter. This is what we've wanted. Kanyon, you, me in a cage. This is it. This is years in the making. Final resting place of our feud ends tonight. The People's Champion Diamond Dallas Page will come out on top as the he would have come out as WWE United States Champion, but this match is non-title, like I said before, so excuse me for my stupidity there. 72 rating out of Page. We get a freestyle segment, which is just a recap of Pinpoint getting the W over Pinpoint. The Militia getting the victory over Pinpoint last week due to Little Guido's interference, so they earned a tag team championship match. And in a decent matchup, Mark Jindrak defeats Super Crazy in 7 minutes with a mark of excellence. Jindrak at 58, Super Crazy at 53. 56 rating, solid stuff. But post-match, we get a 3-on-2 beatdown from the Militia, Guido, Psychosis, and Super Crazy beat down Jindrak and Styles. And they also lay down that the challenge is now accepted for Halloween Havoc, as it will be Psychosis and Super Crazy facing off against Jindrak and Styles. It's a 53 rating there. RVD cuts a backstage promo talking about how last week he defeated Jeff Jarrett. Now they're notched up at 1-1. He knows that Jarrett's going to come back and want to face him again, and that's fine. He's like, I'm Mr. Monday Night. I can step up whenever you want. You know, if it's tonight, tomorrow, Havoc, Starrcade, it's all good. I'll step up whenever you want. RVD is the whole show. So no matter what show it is, RVD is going to steal it. 70 rating on RVD. And in a decent matchup, RVD defeats Evan Courageous in 5:48 by pinfall with a 5-star frog splash, 72 out of Rob, 54 out of Courageous. Courageous did have Don Marie at ringside and Shannon Moore at ringside, but RVD still got the win. Wow, good match here. Post-match, Jeff Jarrett's on the Titantron, talking about how RVD got lucky last week with the victory and that he's not on his level, that Jeff Jarrett's the chosen one, and that Rob Van Dam is just the flavor of the week, and that he'll be gone as soon as possible. So the feud's still going. I think we're going to get one more match out of them at Halloween Havoc, and then they're going to go their separate ways. In a good matchup, Rey Mysterio Jr. defeats Chuck Palumbo with a pinfall, springboard Hurricane Rana. This is a rematch of last week, except this week, Rey Mysterio got the win due to a distraction from Sean O'Haire, who's back. Chuck Palumbo 52, Rey Mysterio 81. 72 rating here. Post-match, Sean O'Haire and Chuck Palumbo are brawling. Sean O'Haire's trying to do everything he possibly can to get at Chuck Palumbo, as Palumbo's trying to get back at him. Security's pulling these guys apart. The feud is real now. Sean O'Haire finally is back from a concussion due to Chuck Palumbo hitting him with the beer bottle, and tempers are high. This is the beginning of both men going on their own. Palumbo's obviously gotten a couple wins now, and O'Haire's going to start his singles push and run, I guess, once this feud is over. But it's good stuff. Both guys here really starting to make our roster expand a little bit too. So 48 rating there. We get a segment that the Nightbreed are coming, and they're coming for you, in a kind of a dark, mysterious vignette. And it kind of like really focuses on like the darkness that they are. Just a little something different, but they're coming soon. Don't know when they're going to fully debut on Nitro yet, but it's coming. Backstage, Sean O'Haire storms into Bischoff's office and says that he wants Chuck Palumbo next week on Nitro. And Bischoff smiles and he goes, I thought you'd never ask. And next week you have Chuck Palumbo in a singles match. So that is coming next week, so I'm looking very forward to that. 57 rating there, so good stuff. Sean O'Haire is really going to step out here, I think. The push is starting, so it's going to be good. Okay, and about that great heat and decent wrestling, Ric Flair defeats Chavo Guerrero Jr. in 10-12 when Chavo Guerrero gets disqualified and Booker T runs in and attacks Flair. Flair at 53, Chavo at 56. Awkward belt, that's fine. 56 rating here. Post-match, Booker T and Chavo are putting the boots to Flair until Lance Storm makes the save, and Flair and Storm challenge Booker T and Chavo to a tag team match next week. So, big stuff there. 4 guys. I mean, Storm and Flair have that respect. So, Storm coming out to save Flair makes sense. And Booker T and Chavo, who obviously both, Booker T will always have issues with Flair, and Chavo and Storm are now feuding as well. So, just good stuff here from all 4 guys. Shane Douglas and Bam Bam Bigelow are talking backstage about Goldberg and about how next week, supposedly, he talks about this week how Shane Douglas says he finally will step to Goldberg in this match tonight, and he's going over Bam about the secret plan that supposedly is going to happen. And Shane seems too cocky about this match, so something's up here. 70 rating here. And at about that great heat and good wrestling, Bill Goldberg defeats Shane Douglas in 6:49 when Douglas gets intentionally counted out as he walks up the ramp. Goldberg is 72, Shane Douglas is 60, 70 rating on the board. Bam Bam Bigelow does attack Bill Goldberg from behind though, and Shane Douglas and Bam Bam Bigelow are beating down Goldberg, and Bam Bam Bigelow does a moonsault onto Goldberg's leg that's in a steel chair. So they are trying to take out Bill Goldberg and end his career. Apparently that's been the ploy here. So that's where they're going. So we'll see what happens there, but it looks like this is going to be a collision course waiting to happen. So looking forward to that. 60 rating. Chris Kanyon cuts a backstage promo about this, the end of the feud with Diamond Dallas Page tonight. The final encounter inside the steel cage. He's finally putting to rest Diamond Dallas Page and putting him out of his misery so he can focus on bigger things in his life and worrying about holding on to the WCW United States Championship. Now, what you remember, Mike Awesome has earned a shot at that, so that eventually he will have to defend against Awesome, who has beat Chris Kanyon. We do get a little hype package recapping the feud between these two guys and their friendship that they had previously. This is the final breakdown, so since this is the final match, this is why they're getting the hype package. And in a main event, and about that had great heat and decent wrestling, Chris Kanyon defeats Diamond Dallas Page in 9:37 by pinfall with a flatliner. Page is 60, Kanyon is 65. Remember, this was in a steel cage. Page is going to be off TV for a while. I don't need him for a little bit. I'm going to have him kind of step away for a little bit. He's 45. I don't need him on every Nitro anymore, so we're going to let him step away. Big win for Kanyon, and he can move on. 63 rating for the main event. Let's see what our final rating was. And we got a final rating of 68. That's solid. We've definitely done better, but I'll take it. Good stuff. I don't understand the popularity thing there. I've tried everything possible to fix it, and it's just not getting there, so bear with me on that. But other than that, hopefully you did like the video, and again, I really do apologize for what happened to the last week, because I know that was a big Nitro for us. But hopefully you did enjoy this, and you can please comment. I always respond. It might take me a couple days, but I will respond. A lot of great content's coming your way. I'm really trying to hammer out some of these videos now that I fixed the technical issue. So we're going to keep busting these videos out and posting more stuff. Again, if you do like it, please subscribe. It makes it a lot easier for me to want to do this and like them and really keep pushing this along. So until next time, though, catch us next week, October week 2.